Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome the family and friends of our graduates, the members of our faculty, executive partners, our professional staff, and of course, our most honored guest, our graduating students. We are here to congratulate you, to honor you, to recognize you, and to celebrate your achievements. It is also Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I ask all the mothers in the audience to please stand. All of our graduates' names are listed in the college commencement program, and we have copies available on the concourse level. Graduates have copies in their seats, I believe. You also have at your seat a Mason School Tervis tumbler as a personal gift from Mr. Raymond A. Chip Mason, for whom our school was named in November of 2005. Tumblers are wonderful keepsakes and mementos, and they also contain a lovely personal note from Chip. Please enjoy. As we begin our ceremony, it is my privilege to share a few thoughts with you. It is a privilege I take very seriously. And I would like to make 2 points in my brief remarks. First, I want to encourage all of us to nurture the discipline of gratitude. There's an interesting concept in psychology and behavioral economics called the headwind-tailwind asymmetry. The notion is that most of us are much more aware of the headwinds in life than we are of the tailwinds. We notice and focus more on the challenges and obstacles we encounter that impede our progress, the headwinds, than we do the privileges, the opportunities, the blessings, and the benefits that move us forward, the tailwinds. The asymmetry has a vivid real-life metaphor for any of you who are or have been runners. When you're running into a stiff headwind, you can't help but think, gracious, this is painful. I cannot wait until I turn around and get the benefit of the wind behind me. And then you turn around, and while you might be aware of the tailwind's benefit for a few moments, you soon forget about it because you are running with the wind, and the beneficial effect, although certainly there, is hardly noticeable. People who have studied this phenomenon say that much of life is like that. The headwinds in life make an indelible impact on us because we are so very aware of the difficulties they bring and the time and the energy we must commit to surmount them. The tailwinds, the extra benefits, not so much. The good things that happen to us in life, even or perhaps especially for people of privilege, more often take place without awareness and appreciation. That can make us less grateful than we otherwise might or should be. Like living a life of principled achievement, gratitude is something we have to work at. Being grateful does not come naturally. Make it a priority. It is hard to imagine a day when we have more to be grateful for than today. Professors, family, classmates, mothers, mentors, friends, hard work, passion, ambition, all part of the tailwinds that have brought our graduates to this point. Congratulations. Gratitude is one seasoning in life we will never regret applying. Let it flavor our thoughts, infuse our moods, and inspire our actions. It will induce, I believe, its own form of humility, one which easily stands side by side with the recognition, pride and accomplishment and enjoyment of the great personal achievement and the accomplishments we are celebrating here today. And here's a thought I think is worth holding on to. People can be humbled, they can be honored, they can have their reputations stolen or restored, but no one can make us grateful. It is something we must plant, nourish, and cherish within ourselves, and if we do, we will be rewarded. My second bit of advice to you is to stay in touch with your classmates. We are privileged to have so many remarkable people in our undergraduate program, individuals committed now and in the future to lives of principled achievement, as we talk about often. And all of you are fortunate to have each other as classmates. The advice I leave with you today is to work hard to stay in touch with each other. Heed that advice. I have to tell you personally that it is advice that I wish I had worked harder to follow myself earlier in my career. Academic experiences, like you have experienced here, 2 years with us, 4 years at William & Mary, induce a level of bonding, self-revelation, and connection rarely achieved elsewhere. You come into the same experience at the same time. Everyone seems smarter and better prepared. 2 or 3 months in, some feel overwhelmed, a few wonder whether they made the right choice, but you persevere together and you succeed together, and most of you absolutely thrive. And it becomes one of the defining great experiences in life. Do not underestimate how the people you have met here are woven deeply into the very fabric of who you are. Make the commitment now to stay in touch. Staying in touch is far easier now than it has ever been before. And I assure you that you have met people here, many people here, well worth that level of commitment and effort. Stay connected. Even though social media makes it so much easier, it will not happen unless you put your minds to it and unless you work at it. Do so. Use our alumni events that we will create to reconvene at regular times. Your life will be enriched by your William & Mary and Mason connections. And one thing I want to make sure you know is that you will always be welcome here. Besides, if you do not stay in touch, you will lack an interested audience for your increasingly exaggerated reminiscences for your time at William & Mary. Our celebration and ceremony today will be informal. It will be joyous. Beta Gamma Sigma is the international honorary society that recognizes outstanding academic achievement among business school graduates. I ask now all BBA members of Beta Gamma Sigma to stand and take a bow. Let us acknowledge your achievements. Please stand. Thank you. Since 1999, May has been National Military Appreciation Month. One of the special features of the William & Mary Mason School of Business is the very large number of members of the U.S. Armed Forces who attend our programs. Mostly in our graduate programs, they enrich us, and we commend them for their special commitment and service to our country. I would like to ask now if we have any active or members or former members of the U.S. Armed Forces among our graduates to please stand and let us thank you and recognize you. Are there any? Remain standing as I ask now for everyone in the audience who has served or is serving in the armed forces to stand and let us recognize and thank you as well. Thank you. Students vote to select one faculty member for special recognition as an excellent teacher and role model. Adrienne Tomovich will now give the student-nominated Faculty Teaching Award for the undergraduate program. Adrienne?
Good afternoon. It is with great honor to stand here today to introduce to you this year's recipient of the Raymond A. Mason Faculty Teaching Award. My name is Adrienne Tomovich. I am an accounting major with a consulting concentration, and I will also have the pleasure of returning next year as a student in the Masters of Accounting program. When asked if I would introduce this professor, I was overwhelmed with both joy and gratitude. Joy for this professor who is being honored today because of the dedication and enthusiasm this professor demonstrates to both current and past students. And gratitude because this professor is respected and admired by faculty, staff, and students alike, and remains one of the most engaging and empathetic professors I have had the privilege and pleasure of interacting with on a regular basis. This professor teaches his students the importance of impactful relationships, both professional and personal, and instills the importance of ethics in both professional and daily lives. He has taught the required undergraduate course of Legal Environment of Business for almost 10 years. And each year, he continues to take the time to remember every student's name, sit down with them one-on-one to talk about their future aspirations, and see how his network can help his students grow. If there is one thing that this professor stresses to his students, it is the importance of character. I know not only as I, but all of my peers continue our future after graduation, we will hold these lessons in the highest regard. On the behalf of the class of 2019, thank you, Professor William Stauffer, for your continued passion and dedication throughout your years at Mason. Please join me in congratulating Professor William Stauffer, the recipient of the 2019 Faculty Teaching Award.
Thank you, Adrienne, and thank you, Bill, for demonstrating what the commitment and dedication of our faculty outside of the classroom that makes William Murray and the Mason School of Business such special places. Bill is actually retiring, but we will bring him back in the future. He will continue to do some teaching for us. It now gives me great pleasure to present the Alfred N. Page Teaching Award, established through an endowment from former business school dean Alfred N. Page. Our business faculty, as you know, are excellent. They are given an A+ among business school professors for undergraduate teaching in the country by the Princeton Review and Business Week. The Page Awards recognize faculty members who exhibit superior teaching skills and who do an extraordinary job in ensuring that our students learn what is most relevant in their fields. The students are selected using student input and also advice from deans, program directors, and faculty. The BBA Teaching Award this year goes to Professor Margot Howard. Margot teaches the taxation class, which is a challenging course to teach because, especially regionally, because each year the tax law changes, continuously changing, it has to be updated, the course has to be restructured and changed. And I also commend Margot because she has organized members of her class to provide voluntary tax assistance in the community as part of the VITA program. Margot, please come forward. We have the best students in the world bar none. At this time, we want to recognize a few special award winners. These are very competitive awards. What our winners have done is to stand out in a very, very, very accomplished and dedicated cohort. The Charles L. Quitmeyer Award recognizes scholastic achievement in our undergraduate program and is given to the student with the highest GPA outside of accounting. This year's recipient is Danielle Wallace. Will she please come forward? While Danielle is coming forward, she is a double award recipient. She is also receiving the John N. Dalton Memorial Award, which is given annually to support post-baccalaureate interest in public service. Congratulations, Danielle, again. We have two accounting awards given through the Wayne F. Gibbs Society. The Wayne F. Gibbs Award for the highest GPA among accounting students goes to Sophie Kaplan. The award for an accounting undergraduate who has made the greatest contributions to classmates to the accounting program in the school goes to Ruyi Lucy Chen. The award for outstanding contributions to the entire undergraduate program this year goes to Ellen Longman. This concludes the presentation of student awards. I congratulate this year's recipients, but I also acknowledge that many, many others of you have made outstanding contributions to your classmates and to the school. And while we cannot recognize all of you individually here today, please know that we appreciate your efforts on our behalf. We are profoundly grateful. Well, the time you've all been waiting for has arrived. Diplomas will now be presented. We will now call your names, our graduates, forward in alpha order. I ask everyone remain seated until all have been recognized. Associate Dean Ken White will call out the names, aided by Mian Chung. Grad images will be taking photographs of each graduates as they receive their diplomas. Further information regarding the photographers is found in today's program. Ken.
Cole Abbey. Nikita Sidem Abrokwa. Nader Alhamzi. John Patrick Ames. Grace Catherine Engel. Jenna Marie Arojo. Mamet N. Uslan. Nathaniel Todd Atkins. Caroline Catherine Austin. Eric Sobum Bay. Nicholas Gomez Balbonton. Eric Stephen Bamford. Lauren Mary Bavis. Megan Jane Byer. Zachary George Beigel. Gwendolyn Codis Blasco. Michael David Blumenfeld. Julia Allison Bogie. Edward William Boyd. Alexander McLean Brinkley. Zachary Ryan Bruss. Caroline Smith Bird. Andrew William Cacciatore. Sophie Golda Kaplan. Deirdre Nora Casey. Angela Chen. Ruyi Lucy Chen. Sinyu Chi. Edward Chris Chung. Lacey Sierra Cohen. Alexandra Morin Cole. Alana Victoria Coleman. Christopher Conlin. Cameron Copeland. Jack Cornett. Kelsey Ann Creech. Catherine Dillon Cullifer. Mateo Koji D'Agostino. Seth Patrick Daly. Phil Demetrio. Jake Michael DiMacaulay. Alexandra Marie Deemer. Liam Donovan. Iris Twan. Brooke Lynn Ely. Catherine Meijing Eng. Luke Lim Esposito. Mary Cara Farricker. Matthew Joseph Facing. Kelly Beth Field. Thomas Emery Foreman. Madeline Ryan Fulham. Eloise Eggleston Gagnon. Emily McCullum Garber. Brian Frolic Gardner. Connor Stewart Glendenning. Duncan Mendel Goodrich. Jillian Elizabeth Gray. Ryan Connor Harstick. Anna Elise Hamill. Omar Hanley. Joshua Herrera. Casey Ann Herman. David Andrew Hicks. Faye Ho. Lauren Marie Hobbs. Christopher Sean Hooper. Sebastian Hughes. Julia Elena Jalonen. Jack Sparks Jeanette. Libby Jeanette Johnson. Tyler Thomas Jones. John Carter Kale. Madhavi Varain Kapadia. B.U. Naomi Kasanga. Eileen Kelly. Joseph Allen Kimple. Samantha Kim. Samantha Mikyung Kim. Zachary John Koziel. Hillary Pryor Learsnyder. Emily Claire Lichtenstadter. Molly Ann Little. Joshua David Lafaso. Ellen Janet Longden. Alexander Lopez. Sydney Elise Likens. Hannah Marisa Major. Natalie Ann Marcatulio. Sydney J. Martin. Craig Kane Maxwell. Rachel Ann McCoy. Julia Elizabeth McDermott. Eliza Jane McKinney. Kyle Fogel McKernan. Andrew Madison Meadows. Kathleen Francis Mell. Matthew Marcel Meinhofer. Annie Amelia Miller. Mary Elizabeth Miller. Matthew Richard Milan. Abigail Grace Miner. Danielle Monahan. Quinn Thomas Matante. Annalise Moose. Reed Edward Murphy. Sabrina Nasser. Schaefer Smith Nelson. Julian N. Engo. Tyler William Morris. Ashley Alexandra Nottingham. Lisette Abando Pardo. Killian O'Connor. Jasmine Candace Ormond. Michael Paul Ostendorf. Zachary Lee Pearson. Madison M. Pello. Spencer Elliott Funstein. Justin Benjamin Pierce. Jesse Evans Pollock. Zhang Yi Chu. James Matthew Qualiano. Asim Randawa. Mackenzie Patricia Reed. William Reed. Robert Quinn Riley. Brady Alexander Reitzel. Gregory Arthur Wren. Jacob Logan Rexroad. Danielle Patrick Ricks. Claire Adrian Robbins. Nancy Azucena Rodriguez Gramajo. Moses Romero. Bronwyn Paulette Rosalie. Tovia Leah Rossner. Leanne Christine Raleigh. Rosalie Aviva Rubenstein. Hannah Lynn Ryan. Jose Andres Saavedra Zambrana. Lindsay Jordan Schott. Kevin Patrick Schweiss. Stephen Jacob Scott. Noah Alexander Reese Scruggs. Mary Catherine Sell. Jerome Ethan Shane. Alec Michael Sharkey. Robert William Sherman. Zachary Jamal Sims. Claire Therese Scores. Cole Harrison Smith. Emma Ashley Schmullen. Haley Caroline Snowden. David James Snyder IV. Owen Jeremiah Socker. Christopher William Stabe. Rachel Elizabeth Stambaugh. Cody Edward Stamey. Emily Elizabeth Steele. Elizabeth Ann Stevenson. William Houston Stewart. Megan Kristen Stumpf. Julia Sung. Teddy Tanos. Joshua Salvatore Tecci. Travis Winfield Temple. Elliot Cameron Thacker. Adrienne Melista Tomovich. Madeline Mary Torgerson. William Vanderweel. Sarah Therese Vigan. Jason Sidney Waldman. Danielle Elizabeth Wallace. Cynthia Wang. Michelle Shinshi Wang. Grant Waxter. Adam David Wary. Adam Christopher Weir. Lizzie Whitmarsh. Kelby Lee Williamson. Danny Wu. Karen Wu.
Wu Qingyi. Zhang Meng. Amy Liu Zhao. Changzhou.
Congratulations and Godspeed to our graduating students, and thanks to family and friends for attending and joining us on this joyous occasion. I encourage our faculty to go down in the front here where they can meet and congratulate our students, our graduates, and meet their families and friends. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much.